This is Radio Nepal. I am Tika, Prasad, Khadka with news. The headlines first. Government forms a 5-member probe committee into death of Ganesh Nepali after self-immolation incident. Prime Minister Balendra Shah shows a smooth coordination among stakeholders to resolve energy sector's problems. Education Ministry warns of action against institutions running foreign academic programs without government approval. And East Asia braces for destructive typhoon as landslides kill 15 people in Philippines. Now the news in detail. The government has formed a 5-member investigation committee to probe the death of Ganesh Nepali, a youth from Mugu who succumbed to burn injuries. Nepali, who self-immolated at Tripureshwar of Kathmandu on Thursday, passed away today while undergoing treatment in the ICU of Bir Hospital. During his address to a session of the House of Representatives today, Home Minister Sudan Grungsen, that 5-member investigation committee, coordinated by Deputy Inspector General of Police DIG Govinda Thapulia, was formed regarding the incident. Home Minister Grung said that the government had made preparation for taking the injured Nepali to India in a bid to save his life, but it was impossible due to the unstable health condition of Nepali, as reported by the doctors. According to the Home Minister, 5 people from Kathmandu Metropolitan Police were taken under control for further investigation into the incident on Thursday. He also urged people not to doubt the government's intentions, saying that although some demands raised by the Gen Z movement and public expectations could not be fulfilled due to existing legal provisions, the government was committed to addressing public concerns. Earlier in the meeting, taking an urgent speaking slot, Mugu's lawmaker Khadka Bahadur Shahi said Ganesh Nepali was forced to take such an extreme step due to the state's wrong policies. He urged the government to abandon the misconception that laws can be effectively implemented merely by increasing fines. Annual reports of 3 different bodies were presented at today's meeting of the House of Representatives. On behalf of Prime Minister Balendra Shah, Minister for Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs Sobhita Gautam presented the 19th annual report of the Election Commission for the fiscal year 2024-25, the 8th annual report of the National Security Council for the fiscal year 2024-25, and the 18th annual report of the National Women Commission for fiscal year 2024 and 25 before the House. Similarly, the House also approved a proposal to deliberate on the National Service Corps Bill 2026 presented by Minister Gautam on behalf of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Balendra Shah has said that energy is the main basis of economic transformation, which creates jobs and spurs industrialization and green development. During a meeting he had with the officials of the Independent Power Producers Association of Nepal, IPAN, at his office in Singapore today, Prime Minister Shah held the role of the energy sector in promoting Nepal's export trade. He informed that the government had taken seriously the problems, opportunities and challenges in the energy sector. IPAN officials were assured that Prime Minister Shah would move for a smooth coordination among stakeholders, including the Line Ministry and Nepal Electricity Authority, so that the problems facing the energy sector would be resolved. The Ministry of Education and Sports has warned that the academic institutions that run courses of A-level, CBSE, IBDP and other programs without the government's prior approval would face action. The government has intensified its efforts in implementation of legal provisions by approving the foreign education programs, operation and regulations from the cabinet meeting on Wednesday. This is aimed at increasing educational quality and regulating colleges operating with affiliation from foreign academic institutions. 16 people, including 10 Indian nationals, died of high-altitude sickness in Mustang district during a fiscal year. According to Province Hospital Jomsom, 10 Indians, 5 Nepalese, and 1 Mexican lost their lives due to high altitude sickness during the period of the fiscal year 2025 and 26. Physically disabled persons, senior citizens, and patients with chronic diseases remain at high risk of high altitude sickness. This news comes to you from Nepal. Now time for a short break. Welcome back. Now the remaining news. The two-day National Conference of Deputy Speakers of House of Representatives, Vice Chairperson of the National Assembly and Deputy Speakers of all 7 provinces concluded today by issuing the Birta.
Welcome back. Now the remaining news. The two-day National Conference of Deputy Speakers of House of Representatives, Vice Chairperson of the National Assembly and Deputy Speakers of all 7 provinces concluded today by
of the federal parliaments and the deputy speakers of the province assemblies develop and implement the annual calendar of the legislative bodies and implement the reports and directives of the parliamentary committees.
Speakers of the province assemblies develop and implement the annual calendar of the legislative bodies and implement the reports and directives of the parliamentary committees.
Storms indicates have killed at least 15 people in southern Philippines as parts of East Asia braces themselves for looming storm, according to the BBC.
people in southern Philippines as parts of East Asia braces themselves for looming storm, according to the BBC.
Across the Pacific towards Taiwan. It is expected to dump rain on Taiwan's north and east and on a chain of remote Japanese islands before making landfall in southeastern China on Saturday.
It is expected to dump rain on Taiwan's north and east and on a chain of remote Japanese islands before making landfall in southeastern China on Saturday.
Open the supplies ahead of the typhoon. A fire at a shoe factory in southeastern Chinese city of Xinjiang has killed at least 28 people, according to the state news agency. Dramatic footage posted by Xinhua news agency showed huge plumes of black smoke rising.
At a shoe factory in southeastern Chinese city of Xinjiang has killed at least 28 people, according to the state news agency. Dramatic footage posted by Xinhua news agency showed huge plumes of
is strictly accountable. The blaze erupted at the Huiteng footwear factory at around noon local time on Thursday. It is unclear how many were injured.
Erupted at the Huiteng footwear factory at around noon local time on Thursday. It is unclear how many were injured.
That there were nearly 240 people at the factory when the fire broke out.
people at the factory when the fire broke out.
The Meteorological Forecasting Division has forecast the weather to remain mostly cloudy across the country.
Meteorological Forecasting Division has forecast the weather to remain mostly cloudy across the country.
In the Himalayan regions of Kosi, Bagmati, and Gandaki provinces, and at a few places in the Himalayan regions of Lumbini, Karnali, and Sudha-Paschim provinces.
And the Gandaki provinces, and at a few places in the Himalayan regions of Lumbini, Karnali, and Sudha-Paschim provinces.
At many places in Madhya province and the hilly and Tarai regions of Kosi, Bagmati, and Gandaki provinces.
And the hilly and Tarai regions of Kosi, Bagmati, and Gandaki provinces.
Similarly, there is also a possibility of heavy to very heavy rainfall at a few places in the hilly regions of Kosi, Bagmati, and Gandaki provinces, and at one or two places in the Madhya province, the Tarai regions of Kosi, Bagmati, and Gandaki provinces, and the hilly and Tarai regions of Lumbini and Sudha-Paschim provinces. With this, we have almost come to the end of the news bulletin, but before wrapping it up, let's have a reminder of the headlines once more.
With this, we have almost come to the end of the news bulletin, but before wrapping it up, let's have a reminder of the headlines once more.
To resolve energy sector's problems. Education Ministry warns of action against institutions running foreign academic programs without government approval. And East Asia braces for destructive typhoon as landslides kill 15 people in Philippines. Well, that's the end of the news bulletin from Radio Nepal for this hour. Please also visit our website www.radionepalonline.com for more news and online programs. Our next news in English is at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Stay tuned and have a good night.